I, 44F, cut my hair short, and now my husband, 43M, will barely talk to me. I used to have pretty long hair. However, because of age and my increased amount of responsibilities at home and at work, I was pretty sick of the effort that long hair takes. 4 months in isolation without being able to get a trim has taught me that I'd really like a shorter, more manageable hairdo. So I went to the salon and asked for a short bob haircut. My husband gets home from his hike and stops short when he sees me. He says, "What the hell did you do?" Quote, he asked why I didn't care to even mention it when I knew that he loved long hair more than anything else. We get into an argument about why I needed to run my personal styling decisions by him, and he said, "You know what? Do what you want, but don't expect me to like it, because as a matter of fact, I hate it." He then ignored me for the rest of the day. When we went out to my son's varsity jacket ceremony at his school, he ignored me the entire time and started chatting up the older college-aged sister of one of our son's teammates, who shock had long hair. It was a humiliating experience because he ignored me the entire time. And when I addressed him, he'd roll his eyes as if to commiserate with everybody around how annoying I was. The last straw was when we were waiting for the elevator. My husband literally put his arm to block me from getting on and said to the girl, "Please, you first." I asked him to go to therapy, but he said that I couldn't control what he was attracted to, and I should have run it by him. What do I do? It's like he's gone crazy all of a sudden. It's not about what he's attracted to. He's 43 and his reaction to his wife cutting her hair was to hit on another family's college-aged daughter and publicly snub you in front of her. He thinks that was the right way to show you something. Your husband sounds like a childish dick. You cut your hair and he immediately started being like, "Well, I like this random college girl better than you now, NAR. What to do? I suspect that this hair thing is just one thing that is who he is with you. My guess is that from you and he first got together and all the years you two have been married, that he has been someone who can be pissy and sulky when he does not like something, whether with your looks or anything else. My guess is he probably behaves similarly when he does not like the meal you cook or acts like an ass when his son does something that he does not approve of or whatever else. Looking back, do you really think he is acting crazy all of a sudden? He openly flirted with another woman in front of you and blamed your haircut, and said he can't help what he is attracted to. What's next? Him coming home bragging he went out and banged a prostitute with long hair because can't get an erection by looking at you anymore? He's deliberately emotionally abusing you. And I doubt this is the first time. Just the first time you've noticed. Is this the only time he's exhibited for behavior more becoming of a 15-year-old? My guess is no, and that maybe it was easier to brush off or accommodate. He sounds insecure and controlling. I don't know that this can be salvaged or that it's worth trying to salvage. He could have expressed that he didn't love the haircut in 1,000 way more mature and respectful ways. You know what? Do what you want, but don't expect me to like it, because as a matter of fact, I hate it. That should have been the end of it. He's overreacting to the point of disrespect. After the elevator stunt, I would sternly tell him his behavior is unacceptable, and if he were to ever disrespect me like that again, I would leave him, and say he can start over with another woman whose hair touches the ground. He's doing these things because you allow him to. Keep the haircut, ditch the husband. So how long is he going to punish you for making a choice about your own body? Until you cave and grow it out again? He has a right to an opinion, but that is where it stops. The cold shoulder was a baby tantrum. The flirting is disgusting and all of it together is shitty, controlling behavior. What you should do is tell him he gets therapy for his severe shitty behavior or you're done. I'm positive this isn't out of the blue. This is textbook abuser behavior. I guess he really meant it when he said he loved long hair more than anything else. He sucks and has absolutely zero respect for you. I'd immediately leave my husband if he tried to play petty games to punish me because I did something that isn't allowed. That's not a relationship and he is being controlling. It might have been a good idea to mention it to him. Not ask him, but let him know. But it's absolutely ridiculous how hard he's taking this. He doesn't have to like it, but he's being an asshole. You have my deepest condolences on the extra child. Your husband is losing it. There is something else going on that warrants further investigation. What a piece of shit. Tell him you like muscles and a fat dick but you aren't complaining. My husband loves long blonde hair. Right now I have short blue. Yes, I said blue hair. Before this it was green. Before that was purple. Does my husband get a heads up before I change it up? Yeah, I show him a picture and say, I'm gonna do this. He goes, okay. He recently asked what my next color choice will be. I said IDK. I was thinking red, but maybe I'll go back to my normal blonde. Tell your husband to write down exactly how he thinks you should look in order for him to be happy. Tell him once he's done, he needs to fold it up as small as possible. Once he's got it nice and folded, hand him some Astroglide. Have him lube that bitch up and shove it right up his ass. You are in a toxic relationship with a man-child. Do you want your son to think his behavior is normal or okay? Think about it this way. This is a pretty extreme example. But what would happen if you get cancer and treatment meant you lost all your hair? Would he leave you? Not support you because you're bald all of a sudden? If your 43-year-old husband is flirting with college-aged women, you have bigger issues than a haircut. You married an asshole. I wouldn't cut my hair short because my husband likes it longer. But he would never treat me with such disrespect. I could understand his shock of seeing his wife with such a big change in appearance. And I could understand if he doesn't like it and/or finds it unattractive. These are all legitimate feelings. However, I do not understand his immature and vengeful aggression toward you. He needs to find a more respectful way to deal with this and apologize to you. That's middle school behavior right there. My dad loves long hair on women. My mom's hair isn't long. The longest I've ever seen her have it is maybe shoulder length. He also hates capri pants with a burning fire of 1,000 suns. Guess what my mom wears all the time? Yeah, it doesn't become a situation. Because my dad is not mentally a 12-year-old. You enjoy your adorable Bob. Maybe look into getting a different husband. Lol. What a ridiculous man. Good luck ever mustering the desire to fuck him again. Oh my god, fuck him. You're 44, you don't need this shit. You aren't ornamental. If this is what he does when you get a short haircut, how can you trust him at all? So what if you wanted to try a new style? That doesn't change you who you are. Is he interacting with you as a person or as a decorative item? What if you became ill or sickly? What if you got cancer and lost all your hair? What then? Would he freak out? Start cheating on you or something? Fuck this guy. You deserve better. I personally think you should shave your head bald. I've done it and it's very freeing. And see what he says then. Watch him get a tantrum and tell him not to let the door hit him in the ass on his way out. I worked with a woman whose boyfriend told her if she ever cut her hair he would leave her. She got up, went into the bathroom, shaved her head bald, and dumped him. I had a husband who told me if I ever cut my hair, even to shoulder length, he wouldn't be attracted to me and would need to reconsider our relationship. I told him when he goes bald, does he expect me to treat him any differently? He had nothing to say about his own thinning hair. I left him before he had to bother to leave himself. This behavior rarely comes out of the blue. It's controlling and just awful. Yes, he can decide what he likes and doesn't like, but to not be supportive, to be rude and aggressive, that's no good. If he wants long hair, he can grow his out. But demanding you look a certain way, that's not a relationship dynamic I won't be entertaining again. I think therapy is a great idea. It would be a good start to addressing his control issues. I'm guessing this isn't the only area of your relationship where he tries to override your own desires. And I bet you look sexy as hell. Shave it bald and divorce this clown.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.